Can you throw some light on how fintech is disrupting the traditional finance services industry?
See, right now, for any customer, right, for any customer to actually consume any financial service, and I'm not talking about people like you and me who are technologically savvy or who like being technologically savvy. I'm talking about the people like our parents and majority of people in India. They do have access to, let's say, internet, but it's not to that level where they can rely on it for availing financial services. And so there what companies will really emerge, or what companies will really make their mark, are the companies which provide support that is, one, easily accessible and easily understandable, and second, which is a lightweight solution, right? So it's not that you have to you have to completely get onboarded on the service or an app, and without the app the service cannot be availed, because for an app you need a mobile phone. So it should be availed from, let's say, a computer which is there in the cyber cafe, for tier 2, tier 3 cities. So one is for financial services, the traditional financial organizations, to understand that there is a need for digitalizing things and going online. But second, what they should keep in mind is that the backbone of this country is still not on internet, right? Still, even though 70% of the Indian population today might be having a mobile phone, but it's not to that level where they can do all of their banking, and all of their funds can be added there. They don't even have digital money. So that aspect has to be kept in mind. Once any organization or any startup or any company achieves a fine balance between the two, I think that's where they can actually succeed. And there's a very big market for this as well, right? As I said, there are so many people right now who own a phone, and easily, if let's say a startup would introduce SMS based banking, they can help these kind of people who don't really know how to use internet, but they are adept with SMSs. So these are some of the ways in which this gap can be bridged. I would also like to mention the government's contribution to the finance digitalization right now, and this was talked about in one of the in FTX, which is Razorpay's flagship events, where um, a lot of esteemed panelists, they had actually said this, that government is now, government has now made RTGS 24/7, IMPS was anyway 24/7. So these kind of regulatory enhancements are also aiding and are also encouraging for startups and for companies to actually enter this finance space and make it a delightful experience rather than a cumbersome process for customers.